You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, March 9th, 1987, that we lost South Dakota Governor Richard Knipe. He passed away in Sioux Falls. Although Governor Knipe was raised in Elkton and worked in Salem for many years, he retired to Sioux Falls after leaving public service. Governor Knipe led an interesting political life, to say the least. He actually had his lieutenant governor surprisingly turn on him and run against him near the end of his first term. Governor Knipe also hosted Saturday Night Live while in office. It was part of a series of shows entitled Anyone Can Host Contest. If selected, the governor would have had the opportunity to host multiple shows, but TV viewers selected Miskel Spillum, an 80-year-old German grandmother, to return as host instead. Governor Knipe claimed that this was the only contest that he ever lost, and it was to an elderly German grandmother. The governor would actually resign from his office just a few months before his third and final term ended to take the appointment by President Jimmy Carter as a United States ambassador to Singapore, a job he would hold for just over 2 years, from July of 1978 to September of 1980. Governor Knipe also holds the distinction of being the only South Dakota governor to be elected to 3 consecutive terms. He was elected to back-to-back 2-year terms in 1970 and 1972. Then, after a change to the state law, he was elected to a 4-year term in 1974. Governor Knipe ran again for the governor's seat in 1986, but was unable to secure the Democratic Party nomination, losing to Ralph Lars Herseth, father of former Congresswoman and current president of Augustana University, Stephanie Herseth Sandlin. Ralph would eventually lose the election to George Mickelson. Governor Dick Knipe passed away in Sioux Falls on this date in 1987 after a short battle with cancer. This has been Today in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Yesterday, we had the honor to join Midwest Honor Flight at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort as they and the Lyon County Riverboat Foundation made the announcement of Midwest Honor Flight Mission 14. Here's Aaron Van Beek, Midwest Honor Flight President and CEO.
Midwest Honor Flight is very excited to partner up with the Lyon County Riverboat Foundation to fully support 84 veterans going on Mission 14. Very excited for the chance to not only be here with a lot of their board members that will be joining us on the flight as guardians to be able to see where these funds are going from the grant, but also to hear from veterans too that have gone on the previous flight that was sponsored by the Lyon County Riverboat Foundation.
Van Beek has been with Midwest Honor Flight from the very beginning.
I was one of the founders way back in March of 2017. I was a 20-year-old college student with an idea to start an honor flight, and it's now turned into a full-time position. Taught for 4 years as a third-grade teacher and left that profession to now be able to do this full-time and be able to reach more veterans and more communities that we haven't served yet. But we've flown 13 flights. We've had 1,100 veterans get the chance to go out to Washington, D.C. over those 13 flights, and being able to hear stories of their experience, like Larry shared today, of what this day, one day, truly means to them. It's a very emotional and very powerful, I guess, reason why these honor flights need to continue to happen.
And the Larry he mentioned is Larry Reck, an Army veteran from Rock Rapids, Iowa. He had the opportunity to go on an honor flight a few years ago.
I was on honor flight 7, which was the first one after COVID. Like I said, it was an eventful day. We got to see a lot of stuff. They kept us moving, but we weren't rushed. It's well planned. These guys put a lot of work into it, more than we realized. Aaron does a lot of work in his crew.
The honor flight Larry was on was filled with many wonderful people.
There were 84 veterans, 84 guardians, and 84 wheelchairs. We each had a wheelchair if we want her going.
Also at the event on Wednesday, Randy Wagmeister from Rock Rapids. He is the Lyon County Riverboat Foundation board president.
On May 16, they're going to call it Lyon County Riverboat Foundation Midwest Honor Flight Mission 14, because this is their 14th flight taking veterans to Washington, D.C. We sponsored a previous event, flight number 7. Midwest Honor Flight approached our board again to fund this one, and their application was readily approved because of how successful the last event was.
Midwest Honor Flight does an amazing job of putting these flights together, and the event is wonderful.
It is, and it's a very nice recognition for our veterans. A lot of these guys and gals served our country and came home and went back and resumed their normal lives, and nobody gave them a pat on the back or recognized them. And now they're getting up in age, and this is a one-time opportunity for them to go to Washington, D.C. and visit some of these military memorials that have real meaning to them. And so, yeah, we saw the gratitude from the veterans last time and the emotional reaction, and we were more than willing to give our support.
If you would like to get more information or maybe get involved in Mission 14 or an upcoming mission from Midwest Honor Flight, the website is midwesthonorflight.org. Again, we spoke earlier with Aaron Van Beek. He is the Midwest Honor Flight president. You can reach out to him right through the website, midwesthonorflight.org.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this morning. We've got your weather coming up. We do the weather every 20 on Sunny. And right after that, we'll check the Market Beat Minute, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At BetterCreditCards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, March 9th, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets held their ground Wednesday following the surprise sell-off Tuesday. The caveat is the Fed Chief Jerome Powell comments will have a rippling impact on the economy, so the sell-off is far from over. The odds of another 50 basis point interest rate hike have gone above 75% and may go higher should the upcoming inflation data be strong. The next round of CPI data is due out next week and may confirm the acceleration of consumer-level inflation. The next move for the S&P 500 will be a critical one. Now that the downward bias is increasing, the index's next stop is likely to be lower, and it could be much lower. Many Wall Street strategists have come out since Mr. Powell's comments and lowered their targets for the S&P 500. The number that is ringing the loudest is 3,200, which puts the index at a new low. You could get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.